Malawi Healthcare Support UK Mahecas has donated 2 suction machines to the dental department at Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital. Janet Kabambe is treasurer for the organization and joins us live in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us, Mahecas, what do you stand for?
Mahecas actually stands for Malawi Healthcare Support UK. It's a charity organization which is based in the UK. The charity itself, it was just a group of us who started in 1995. We sat together and then decided, what can we do to help Malawi? And the health services was one of the top agendas at the time. So we continued our sort of discussions and came up with the Malawi Healthcare Support UK as the name of the organization. And we applied for charity status in the UK, and we granted the charity status in 1996. So that's what Mahecas stands for. Mahecas is just short for Malawi Healthcare Support UK.
So, well, basically, what is it that you want to achieve, for example, within the short and long term possible?
Our main objective is actually to raise funds in the UK to help the medical services in Malawi. So nobody benefits on the UK side because everything that we actually raise, any funds that we raise, we actually donate to the Malawi services. At the same time, we don't actually dictate to say this is what we're going to do for you. We actually look at the Malawi side of things, like sometimes some of the hospitals, the clinics, they do write to us, giving us their requests. So we've got a committee which is, it's got about, I think it's about 9 executive committee. None of those people are paid. We all do voluntary work. We've got the chair, who is Dr. Medica Matiti. The vice is Mr. Prescott Kaliati. The secretary is Mr. Harry Mawaso.
So it's like it's a well set up structure.
Yeah, and I'm the treasurer. And we've got a committee of 6 people as well.
And why did you decide to donate to Queens, for example?
We were actually asked because the dentist who was working there, Mr. Jeffries, was working with Mr. Kweluza at the dental department in Blantyre, and they were in need of suction machines.
And what are these machines?
These are aspiration, when somebody's having like a tooth extraction or they're draining an abscess, they actually put a tube through which goes through to drain all the bad stuff to go out. I'm not like a dentist myself, so I'll just explain the best I know.
Sure.
It actually drains that into the drainage. But when we visited, we are just lucky actually because my husband is a dentist.
Wow.
So the Mahecas committee asked him to come and assess what the situation is like. So when we came on holiday last year, we went to the dental department where they checked he actually checked the dental department and found that they had a bottle which was draining all the blood, and he was so disgusted. It was so pathetic that he said, you shouldn't be using this because there will be cross-infection. Because there was no drainage, they had to manually take that, go and drain it in the sink and clean as much as they could. And the sterilization was a problem as well. So when he went back to the UK, he presented the photos and the case to the executive committee, and everybody was in agreement that this is critical. Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the value of the equipment that you have?
The value is just over 3,500
US dollars.
No, GB sterling.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Now, so what do you expect from now?
What we expect, the executive committee has actually asked, as I say, my husband is a dentist, he's asked Dr. Kabambe to come in and actually assess the situation. So he's going to go back to the dental department in a couple of days to actually sit down with the dentist who is working there and Mr. Kweluza as well, to actually look at what is required and just to assess the whole situation, because we are still looking at raising more funds to see if we can continue helping. So he's going to assess that and then present it to the committee again to see what is required.
And finally, which other areas are you interested in as a Mahecas, which you'd like to help in the near future?
Yeah, at the moment we're also helping Mulanje Hospital because we're building a guardians shelter. Yeah, this started some time back, and what was happening is that the guardians are actually using, they have to cross the road to go, and the place they are actually using at the moment is not adequate, and they have to cross the main road to get back to the hospital. So there's a shelter being built in Mulanje as well. We've also helped other hospitals like Nyungwe Health Center. We've bought blankets for the mental hospital in Zomba, and originally, because as I said, we started in 1995.
Yes.
So we've been helping depending on the request.
Thanks very much. Unless you have got something very critical you'd like to communicate to the people.
I mean, the only thing I can say is that we will continue to raise funds in the UK, and we will not forget our Malawi sort of community.
Yes.
And we'll continue to do that. And if we get any requests, obviously they get sort of, we discuss them in the committee to see what the priorities are, and depending also what funds we've got.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. It appears you're doing a lot of good job. Keep it up and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That's Janet Kabambe, who is the treasurer for Mahecas. Remember, this is News Outlook on MBC. There are 2 new suction machines at Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital's Dental Department. Secretary for Health, Dr. Charles Mwansambo, says the equipment, a donation from Malawi Healthcare Support, Mahecas, will enable clinicians to perform complex dental procedures. As Rebecca Critical reports, the hospital has never had suction machines, which also eliminate the risk of cross-infection during operations.
Every year, over 22,000 people come to Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital in Blantyre with dental cavities, tumors, or just plain toothaches. Hospital staff work with what they have to perform all kinds of procedures, but lack of modern equipment has often compromised their ability to manage some dental conditions.
This is where we do so many minor surgeries. For example, if somebody comes with an abscess, is full of pus, we want to do I&D, that's incision and drainage. We never used to have anything to suck the pus away from. We only relied on cotton wool or maybe just a bowl to remove the pus and then put it into the sink. But now with the coming of these machines, it has really helped us a lot, because we are now able to do the minor surgeries, even to do the dental fillings using this state-of-the-art equipment.
These suction machines, worth over 2 million kwacha, are a gift from Malawi Healthcare Support, Mahecas, a charity based in the UK.
Aim is to raise funds to help the medical services in Malawi. So we had a request from the dental department that they had no equipment for suction. So during extractions and drainage of abscesses, they didn't have any suction unit which they could use. So they appealed to Mahecas to see if they can help. So that's why we got involved.
Secretary for Health, Dr. Charles Mwansambo, said the hospital not only serves dental patients, but is also a teaching site for students, adding that government was therefore grateful for the donation.
We have what we call a capital investment plan, which our Department of Health Technical Support Services with a number of partners have drafted, and in that we've listed a whole lot of equipment that we need to procure for the ministry, and I'm pleased to report that the dental aspirators that we received this morning were in the priority list, and I'm pleased to see Mahecas responding to our need.
Since its inception in 1995, Mahecas has procured medical equipment for Zomba, Mulanje, Chikwawa, Nchisi, Chitipa district hospitals, as well as Kamuzu Central Hospital and Queen Elizabeth on previous occasions. Rebecca Pwitigo, MBC News, Blantyre.